Welcome back to Bountiful Gardens. Spring is in full swing here at the nursery, and we've got the blooms to prove it. We're fully stocked with gorgeous spring annuals ready to bring color and life to your container gardens. Don't have time? Don't worry, we've got plenty of custom arrangements all potted up for you. Even more exciting, all of our native perennials and ephemerals are all waking up from their winter slumber. And to celebrate, we just hosted another Pollinator Day event here in Hillsborough with the Native Plant Society of New Jersey. Kicking things off was Dr. Steven Handel, who stressed the importance of pollinators and our responsibilities as stewards of the land.
We're more than just people who are gardeners. We're here to improve the natural world around us, and each of you can play a role. So much of our natural world has been lost. Things have been paved over and fragmented and built. Climate is changing. What was ancient New Jersey doesn't exist anymore. Our charge is, can we improve things? We all love to go to our natural parks and preserves, but our homes can play a role in improving the nature around us and supporting pollinators. There's a lot of pollinators in New Jersey. There's over 400 kinds of bees and over 110 kinds of butterflies. Just this week in the New York Times, there's a full page about the loss of butterflies. Across the United States, over a quarter of our butterflies are gone now. And a lot of this has to do with the loss of the plants that they need for their own lives. Butterfly species have specific plants that they like, they're host plants. So many of these have been lost. One of the goals in our home gardens is to bring back host plants, to keep them going. Many people there probably have vegetable gardens. Well, most of our vegetables need pollinators to set seed. If you want to have tomatoes, you better have some bees in your yard visiting those yellow flowers.
Speaking of bees, when they start buzzing around in springtime, they sure are hungry, and there aren't too many flowers for them to feast on. Fortunately,
there's a group of plants that have evolved to do their whole life cycle early in the year, where there's still warmth and sun on the ground, that are called spring ephemerals. They're only there for a few months. By having some spring ephemerals in your gardens, you can extend the flowering season. You'd have beautiful flowers in your garden starting this month. These are all plants that add joy and beauty and value before most of the wildflowers start to bloom. They support the early pollinators. The early plants give them the little bit of nectar and pollen they need to keep them going. And native plants give us more beauty for a longer period and also serve natural history needs.
I want to thank Bountiful Gardens. They have a native plant nursery they've started recently, and this is good for us. We don't have to go to Pennsylvania anymore to get our native plants.
you heard Nancy right. Thanks to our partners at East Coast Natives, Bountiful Gardens is now the premier source in New Jersey for homegrown, locally native plants. Whether you're looking for native perennials, grasses, wildflowers, ephemerals, trees, shrubs, or anything else, we've got you covered. One of my favorite ways to use native species is to convert unproductive lawnscapes into functional ecosystems. Turf grasses actually require a lot more nutrients to grow than a lot of our native species. They have the ability to grow deep roots, sometimes growing 6 to 8 feet deep into the ground, where a lot of our turf grasses are usually within the first 4 to 6 inches of the soil, doing a very poor job at holding the soil together rather than a lot of our native grasses and perennials. When we plant our perennial species, we're incorporating mulch. We're allowing leaf litter to sit, which is creating a very nice, rich layer within the topsoil that has a lot of fresh nutrients that are available to our growing species and for little seedlings that are going to start developing. This is called cutleaf coneflower. This is a beautiful mid to late summer flowering perennial that sometimes can rebloom into the fall, but it is highly beloved by our goldfinches, which is our native bird. This is the brown-eyed Susan. It flowers usually in mid to late summer. It can go all the way until frost. Another one of my favorites is scarlet bee balm, which is really nice, especially for a lot of us who have deer issues across the state of New Jersey. It's got a minty smell to the leaf. They take one little bite or smell it and get all disgusted and they don't want to come back. So this is golden groundsel or Pacra aurea. It is an evergreen, which is nice, so it'll keep this low-growing circular foliage throughout the wintertime. It's a great plant to have in your shade gardens or in a part-sun garden, just to get a grass in there. One of my favorites is Carex pennsylvanica, or Pennsylvania sedge. It is a cool season grass, which means that it does most of its growth in the spring and the fall. After our first session, we brought everyone on a tour of our ever-growing native plant section to get up close and personal with some of our favorite species. Finally, it was time to learn how to put it all together with a lesson on redesigning your property with natives.
I advise anybody here that's making the transition into a native plant yard to do like we're doing. Start small, pick a corner, plant it up native, and then observe. We'll do more of what works and we'll do less of what's not working.
Do think about the entire yard as a whole, but you want to start small. And then from there, you want to build upon that, adding a little bit more the following year. Starting in one area, then you kind of work into another area, whether you start on the right side of the stoop, then you go to the left side of the stoop. I'm always going to recommend too, starting with the larger plants, doing your trees and your shrubs first, and then from there, expanding upon it a little bit more. Some of us, we may not want a lot of meadow in our yard. For me, I am the opposite. I'd rather have all of my lawn gone and be meadow everywhere. There's no right approach. You can do it in a different order. You can do different things in different phases, do it at a slower phase, a lot faster. It's all up to you, what you can handle and what you can maintain. For those of you looking to transform your landscape, you'll be happy to know that Bountiful Gardens is much more than just a nursery. From consultation to installation, our expert landscape design team is ready to help bring your dream gardens to life. Just contact us at landscaping@Bountiful Gardens to get your project started today. Now that the growing season is underway, make sure to keep an eye on our website for more events and workshops covering a wide range of plant-based topics. Thanks so much for dropping by. If you liked this video, please make sure to give us a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the wonderful content we've got lined up for you this spring. Happy gardening!